Hey everyone, good morning. And today is the final day. And since we have already covered the couple of things related to, good afternoon for those people who are who are in that time zone. Okay, so yesterday like last week we covered all these things related to a couple of things, like for example the different types of React components. We had seen the data flows, and we have seen different things like how should I say this, there were functional components, class components, etc. And now we are currently working. Oh, don't worry, Ritu. There is already a recording that's posted in YouTube. I believe Divjot has posted it, so don't worry. Yeah. So what all things we covered last week was different types of state components, class components, functional components, states, and props. And we also looked into things like data flows, event listeners, and also we chose a different project last time. It is the multi to-do list, right? So today what we are going to do is we are trying to implement the same thing with all these different elements so that we are currently creating a complete project today. Okay, so that's what we are going to do today. And if I try to stop this, yeah, okay, cool. So let me open this particular thing. So we are today going to use similarly the same tool like last time. It is called Code Sandbox, which can be used from React.new. So if you open this one, you would be able to see that you get the exact same thing that you saw last time using the VS Code. You got it here. Okay. So basically what we want to do, I'll tell you for those people who have not attended. So you have a to-do list, right? This is basically something like this, and then you have an input box that adds a to-do, and checking will remove the to-do. This is the basic to-do we all know. But what we are going to do today is, okay, Divjot, you should be able to send the link of the previous session. Anyway, so hey Anshul, I can see that your name. Yeah. Okay, cool. Right, super. Yeah, Divjot has shared the previous session link. So today let's concentrate on this particular to-do where there are like multi-level to-do. That is, how should I do this? Okay, let me show you something like this. We have something called as to-do. Okay, multi-level to-do. And we have got, let's say, a heading, and it's going to be like this: task 1, task 2, something like this, and then another heading, new, something like that. Then you have got another task. So something like this. This is not your normal to do. Okay, so this is what we are going to do with all the different things like Bootstrap and other stuff. So that would be really amazing. So let's have a quick look at it. Any questions related to what the project is about? Maybe you will get to know. Typora is free. I'm using it for free. Keshav, what you can do is get the old version, the beta version of Typora, that is free. Okay, cool. So let's go back to our stuff. Now we need a class component to store all these things in the state. So that is the first thing that we are going to do. And don't forget to take all screenshots and post it on different places. So that would be amazing as well. And let's go quickly see what we are going to do. Yeah. Sorry about this. Okay, amazing. So the first thing is we are going to create a class component. So I'm going to open a new window and select a language, which is React. And if I do RCC, which I told you yesterday, it gives you something like this. So this is a class component. Export default app will give you this. So we start with the app thing here. And I'm going to remove every single thing here. We don't need export default here. So now we have got this app. Component is not defined. All right. So we need to get the component from react.component. Okay, let's do import component from React. And again, even this needs to be changed to JSR. So I'm going to change all the file associations for JS to JSR so that it understands the JavaScript side of things. Okay, cool. So basically our to-dos have to have the perfect data structure as well. So now we also create a new state here so that this can be saved here. And in this part, what we will be doing is we need to have the to-dos as an object because we need to add a new state, right? So this, or maybe we can do like this. It's going to be an array. So we start with something basic dot app. So we have the basic app and we can have a h2 h1 saying multi to-dos. Now we will also see something called as SCSS. So I'm going to use Node SAS for this. So we saw what SCSS in the last time. So it is a different way of writing CSS, which is amazing. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a new directory called styles. And then another new directory called components and put app inside that, styles inside that. And in the index, I'm going to use components / app. So here we have got .app font family as, let's use Open Sans. But before that, let's also add our Bootstrap. So if you go to getbootstrap.com, we would be able to go to the old version. Old version is really good. So I'm just going to use the old version here. And as we know, index.html is the main page that gets loaded with all the different things. So here, I'm going to add this link rel style sheet and also fonts.google.com. Let's try to add Open Sans. Any questions so far? Let's add this light. Let's add the regular. Let's add the semi-bold as well. Okay, 3 fonts. I'm going to copy this link and then put it even before the style sheets. Okay, now we need to connect the SCSS file to the index. So here, like how we have created the app to the component, I'm going to do import styles index dot or styles SCSS. Or I would better say index.scss because we want to connect it with this. So it should be index. That's the starting of the styles. So now if we refresh this page, most probably it should be Open Sans. This is Open Sans font. Amazing. So now we need a nav bar. So basically I have got this amazing GitHub repository, which is called as React Bootstrap Helpers or Bootstrap React Helpers something. Let me open that for you. Okay, Bootstrap React Helpers it is. So this one will contain almost all the different components for Bootstrap created from the Bootstrap's documentation. So what do we need? We need a header. Okay, this is the header. How many of you want a dark header? How many of you want a light header? Tell me. Thank you, Anshul. And how many of you want a dark? How many of you want a light? Okay, we have 2 dark, 1 light. That's amazing, Keshav. Even I love light sometimes. Minimalistic light, nice. So we have an equal thing. So can someone please tell me what should we go for? Come on, light mode or dark mode? I need one more. Should go for light. Okay. Let's go for light. So there is this header that we need to add. So what I'm going to do is after the import React, I'm going to do import header from, I already said I'm taking it, Anshul. Yes. Okay. So if we do here, we're going to do multi React to do. So now we can also make this into middle align, center align, etc. by using a class. Let's use class name header first. And then in this, we are going to use justify content center, which means it's going to do the flexbox justification. Cool. Amazing. So now we will also give some margin bottom few minutes. And then here is where we come to the main stuff. So we want a panel most probably. So a panel looks like this. It's called card. Well, I'm just still thinking if we should do this one. So we need a multi-level to do, right? Let me think of something at this point. Okay. There's a bit crazy thing here. So anyway, it's an array, right? So most probably arrays should have something cool. So basically, if you have an alert, let's try searching for an alert. What if there is nothing in the content? So something like this, right? So we will try to use an info alert. Okay. So this is the conditional rendering part. This dot state dot to do's dot length. If the size is like, oh, there is a screenshot that's been sent. There are like so many people joining already, man. How can that be not possible? Okay, interesting. Oh, thank you so much, Anshul. All right, coming back to our stuff. If the length is greater than 0, then to-dos found. If not, no to-dos. So at this point, it says no to-dos, right? Because there are no to-dos at this point. Okay, what we will do now is, let's try to add something simple here. So what do we want to do? If there is nothing, we want to use a alert, something like this, right? Okay, so no to-dos found. Please add a section first. Okay, so basically it works like sections. So now in this part as well, what I wanted to do is, I want to give a margin as well here because it's so close. Let's give M3 so that it looks like this. Prerequisites. What prerequisites? Uddhav? I don't think there is any prerequisites because we covered everything last week, right? In the different things related to. Okay, so if I want to repeat everything for learning React, if you see, this is your first class. This is actually the fourth class. Anyway, I'll show you what all the prerequisites are there. There is a site called roadmap.sh. So basically, if you want to get into React, you need to get into front end. So front end, okay, I'll just tell you here itself. Okay, basically you start with what is front end? HTML, CSS, right? So this is the basic front end. And the next step is JavaScript. So once you learned JavaScript, the latest version of JavaScript is called ES6. So try to learn ES6 as well. Then you start with React. So if you want to go much further in React, there is something called as a state management called Redux as well. So these two things will help you in the first level. Then finally, you are here where you will be using the backend, which is Node and Express.js. Was this helpful? This is the roadmap, a quick roadmap for what all things that you want to know in React. Okay, so we are here at this point. Cool, man. Thank you. Thanks for asking that question. Okay, so coming back to our stuff. So we have got no to-dos. Okay, it doesn't look so good. So I'm going to make it center align. So text -center. These are all bootstrap classes. So you can use the same bootstrap classes here. So right now there are some to-dos found. Now, how should we get this to do? So first thing, we need to also add the section name. Let's start with what? First section. Or else we can start with front end. And then it starts with no to-dos, right? List. The first one I wanted to be is item. So the item name is like, yeah, we start with HTML. And then let's have another thing called completed. Let's put false. Okay, this is the similar data structure that we are going to use here. CSS. So these are the two things inside this particular thing. So we are going to copy the same thing once again here. Script, React, backend. So in the JavaScript, basic JavaScript, then we have ES6. We have got React.js, React library, Redux library. And then in the basic, in the backend, we can do Node.js, Express.js. Okay, now we need to show this sections in a really better way. Okay, so should we also add to-do IDs? That will also be, hey, Shubham, nice to meet you. That will also be nice. But let's start with something basic. So there are some to-dos found. Okay, so we are gonna do M3 once again. And then inside this, what I wanted to do is, I don't want to explain again, man. Lot of things you missed. Yeah, it's been 20 minutes, but don't worry, it's fine. We talked about React and the data structures of the multi-to-do list and stuff like that. Okay, coming back to what we are working on. So here we are supposed to start with something like a responsive thing. So we'll do .container fluid .row .call 12 .call MD6. All the best, Anshul. Go for it. Okay, cool. So we have this left side and right side. I don't know why I used left side and right side, but let's have it this way. So the first one will be a form, and second one will be the to-dos. This is how we are going to start with. So for the form, what we want to do is we want to add a new section. Okay. Let's say add a new section and then list of to-dos. Okay, so far it is clear, right? Any questions? So let's have this add a new section always there, which means what I made is totally a wrong thing. I'm gonna kind of change the whole thing to like this. So this should come here, and this should come here, and this should come like this. So basically, if there are no to-dos as well, so this will be like this. So no to-dos from, please add something. And but why does this come this way? Okay, we don't need the M3 once again. Right. Okay, so you have got these two things right now. But I'm still confused. Why does it take so small? That's interesting. Let's have a look at what is happening here. So basically it shows this way, okay? But this should take up full screen, full width, right? Okay, this is nice. That is my fault. Sorry about this. So this should be inside call 12, call MD6. These kind of mistakes will happen always. So there you go. And if it is a small one, MT3 and then MT fourth one. Yeah, take a screenshot to post it on LinkedIn and other places. It will be amazing. Okay, here's a post. Dude, say yes, you have taken. All right. Anyway, thank you. So coming back to what we were working on, this is what we have got so far. So if you come here, it shows this way. And MTMD 0. So in case if it is a big size, then you don't have any top margins. And also it is not 6 here. So we can give 3. List of to-dos, right? Oh yeah. So this we can give 3 and this we can give 9 so that you have a lot of space here. So it's like this. Okay, cool. Now, if we get rid of all these things, you have got the list of to-dos and add a new section. Perfect. Now, for the list of to-dos, we need to do something totally different. I'm still thinking what I should be doing. So we will be using the same MT3 and these things so that it gets some spaces after the list of to-dos. Now, for this section thing, it's very easy. We just need only one form, but we need to display this in such a nice way. I'm still confused on what should I do. Okay, so it's the state.todos. So I'm going to create a new component called todos.js. Const todos equal to. Okay, the first thing that I want to do is it's going to be to-dos, right? We can give list of to-dos and we need all to-dos. Okay, so now instead of this, I can give to-dos. This is what I want, but it should import from to-dos from to-dos. Did I miss something? Export default to-dos. This always happens, so don't forget to do this. Right. Let me send the code here. Right. So we can see that this has been sent from the other, this is coming from the other component. So all to-dos will be this dot state dot to-dos. Cool, that works. Now, if I open this guy, it's got this one, right? All to-dos is like, what is all to-dos at this point? So I usually use this pre, which I shared you yesterday. Let's give some nice classes. BG light, border, rounded, P1, something like this. Now, if I do JSON.stringify and I give all to-dos null, comma, 2, something I messed up again. What am I doing here? Yeah, there you go. So you could see that all the sections and other things are there. Okay, so basically we are going to loop through this section and do something. Okay, all to-dos dot map. These are sections, right? Section. For every section, we need to do something. So I'm going to get this pre tag, and instead of all to-dos, I'm going to put as section. Oops, not this section, please. Yeah. So there is this particular section which has got a heading, and then there is a list of items as well. Okay, cool. So now what I'm going to do here is I need a panel, a card. So we go back to this guy. We have this card. We'll just copy this one. In the components, let's make a card element. And for this section, maybe we can add a card. You'll be finding a lot of errors coming in. So you just need to wait till all these things are resolved. Why is this not coming? Okay, import card from card. So now you could see that it is actually a card. What we need is this section title. So since we have a section ID, or we can just use a key, and then we can make it as key equal to. Okay, so now we need a heading. And if we give hello or something like that, you can see that that is actually showed as a new heading. You can also make it as text header. No, it's so bad. So we'll just use it this way. Okay, so we have got hello. Now this should be the sections heading. Section dot heading. No, section dot section name. Okay, so we have got front end, JavaScript, everything. Now we are also going to add a class name and give MT3 so that you have got some space. Now, if we go back to our app, we still have got something called as MT3, etc., etc. So this is not needed anymore. So you already have got something like this. Okay, so far, this looks like this. Interesting. I wonder what's going to happen here. Yeah, okay. This is not the one which we are looking for. Let's have this empty3 anyway. And then it looks like this. Now, basically, we need to get the items and whether they are created or not. So at this point, we have got this section.list. We have a list here. There's a list component, list group component. So basically, these are the things. Visual.list group. Okay, before that, we also need to see if there is anything inside that. Let's try adding a dummy section. So it's actually a dummy section here. And at this point, we are looking at the section.list. Section.list, then dot length is greater than 0, then list ready. If not, we are going to do the same thing like what we did in the previous one. Items found, add an item. Okay, so here you could see no items found. Please add a item. Okay, so far any questions? Is it clear? How is it so far? Do you understand? Is everything understandable? Okay, too fast. Ritu, ask me the question, like stop me, it is for you. So please stop me and ask me if you are not sure. Okay, go for it. What is your question? Any questions? Just go ahead and ask me. I'll wait for your question, Ritu. Okay, so we have got these things. So for the list ready alone, we need to make this list group. So here it is the list group, and there is disabled items, and there is this one. The first thing is we need to do list-group. And we are going to map through the same thing, like for how we have done this all to dos. Similarly, section.list.map, we have got item, comma, item key, something like that. Values. Then for every one of this, we are going to use a.listGroup item. So a dot, let's use span dot list group item. Now we need to add. Interesting. I guess I did something wrong. Let's use the key. I know what I did. Should be like this. No, it is item key. There seems to be some other issue. I forgot to close something correctly. So this one is the map function. There you go. I forgot to close this one. Section.list. So list is L caps. What? No, what's the problem? Objects are not valid as item completed. Oh, item dot. item. There you go. Okay, so we have got this HTML, CSS, etc. Now this is supposed to be an actionable thing. That means list group item action needs to be added. So let's add this one as well. Oh. Let's copy this. Let's add this. So now it is kind of like actionable. Keshav, was it clear? So what I made a mistake was I just removed this one. That is the problem. So yeah. So now it works. And then we have got HTML and CSS. Then we have got inside JavaScript these two things. If there are no items, it says no items found. So far we have done these things. On click, it should actually change the logic. So far that is one thing. And we also need an additional one here. So let's look at the card, how we can add something here. So if we need a button here in the text header, content or header. So this is the header. Basically I can add a button there, like a plus button or something like that. And let's see if that works. I don't know what's going to happen, but okay, no, we are not going to ruin this because we are going to use it the form side of things. Okay, process flow. So basically, we have got this particular data structure here. Okay, so to-dos is an array. Okay, an array of sections, and each section will contain a list of items. Got it? So this is the section called front end, and it has got the items HTML and CSS. For now, if we give true here, based on that, I'll just show you how it looks like. Now, if this item dot completed, then again, another conditional stuff. So I'm going to add one more thing. Item dot completed. Then I'm going to add something like, let's not use active, but let's use disabled or light. If not, nothing. Yeah, it is kind of sus. I know what exactly happened here. There you go. But basically, I don't want this way. This doesn't even look good. Let's use dark. See, here HTML is done. So CSS is not done. Something like that. It is kind of like success state. Okay. So basically, this is the data structures. You have every single thing is a section here. And inside the section, you have got a list of items, and each item, whether it is completed or not, is being shown. Is it clear, Ritu? So that exactly is what is here. And then we have got multiple components here. So one of the component is the to-do list component. Okay, I think we need to have flow through the classes. Wait, I'll just show you it in a better way here. Wait. So if you see, if you take this part, and if I open the components, you'd be able to see that there is this big app. This big app has got these states. Okay, each state has got a to-do. The main state has got to-dos, and this state, this component to-dos receives all these to-dos. Okay, this class, this card, okay, there is a card for every single to-do. So every single to-do is converted into a card, and each card has got this header and the content as the children, which is these children. Is that clear? Sorry, if just ask more questions in case if you are not sure, Ritu. Okay, Ritu, I'm just gonna allow you to talk. So please unmute yourself and ask your question so that it will
Thank
be.
you. Thank
Yes.
you so much to my question, and I'm sorry for this.
That's totally fine. See, basically you need to learn. That's it. Go on.
Yeah. So my question is that how is the process flow happening through the files? This is a structure I understood in app. You have to-dos and then all to-dos, and then you have cards and card has specific to-do. But how is the process flow happening right from your index file? If you have covered it in the earlier class.
Okay. This is basically you're asking how React works. That was covered in the last 2 sessions.
Okay, I'll get the recordings. Maybe.
Amazing. So
all right.
basically,
So
it is a
sorry about
React
that.
application, and we are starting from the basics of the things. So we started with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, a bit of ES6, and then we are here at this point. Okay, I totally get it now. Yeah, you need to know React. At this point, you need to know advanced React, which we took last week, which includes the data flow, the functions, etc., all the basic details, etc. Thanks. So yeah, unfortunately, you need to know those things. That's what we took last week. Cool. Okay, so coming back to what we are working on, Divjot, add that list. Add the video URL. Divjot, you are gonna get a bash from me now. They are saying they did not know when these things happened, it seems. Okay, anyway, let's come back to what we are working on. So far we have got till this, right? We also saw that this is being updated, and this is done so far, right? Now the next thing that we are going to do is trying to add a new to do and stuff like that. So let's start with adding a section alone. Or should we also add something like section and, okay, let's do this. Content editable node. I'm still confused what we should be doing here. Let's use a form.js and form, same things. Anshul, if you want to ask questions not related to this, we will take it in a separate session. This is also being recorded and showed to a lot of people, so I cannot answer a lot of questions, right? So let's add a form. I'm like literally confused now. So we need to also get the complete list of to-dos. Okay, so we need to also get the complete list of sections, whether it is a new section or it is going to be a new to-do. Okay. First thing, let's get the card as well. So we are going to get this one. I'm confused now. Okay, so for this card, let's try to get the form inside this. Did it work? Nope. Okay, so let's add form. Oh, forgot to export. Right. So we have a form here, and this form will have to-dos, this dot state dot to-dos. Okay, now we have sent this form here. The first thing that we want to see is getting this. See, if for those people who are sending me LinkedIn messages, obviously I'm going to reply it. So no need to tell that. To-dos. Two. Okay. So you see all these things, right? Basically, I want to get all the section names. So here, if I do sec names and to-dos, it's going to show me all these things. Dot map. I want to map in such a way that each section will have the section name. Yes, dot section name. Why did I even use this name? Okay, so now I have got all these section names. This is what I want. Now, if I get this one, so at this point, I need a form and say, okay, we already have a form. The title is add to do or section. So first thing is, I wanted to have a text box, obviously. Let's add some class name. Form control. Good. Now placeholder. Enter section name or to do. It's actually a multi thing. So we are actually doing something really, really crazy. I don't know what is going to happen. So it is going to be either a section name or a to do item. We will put under. This is the worst way of doing things. Let's use an under. Now, let's use my2. Okay, good. Under, we need also a select dot form control. Okay, amazing. Under what? Option. Create a new section or dot map okay, if you see here, is it under a new section? You want to create a new section or under these to do? New item under, or we can do create new section. We don't need this under at all. And then we can give empty, something like this. Okay, so enter the section name or to do, create a new section or new item under front end, new item under JavaScript, new item under backend, or new item under no items. And then we can also create import submit. Okay, so that way it works. Now, if I do this, if I have it this way, it says add section, but let's make it dynamic, which means I'll tell you what. Now we need this as the return value. We need this item. So this is, we all know it's called use state. And it's going to give us a controlled component. So value as item, and on change, we're going to do set item e dot target dot value. Okay. Similarly, we are going to do the same thing here, but instead of this, it's going to be section. So section. So this is going to be section. Set section. Okay. So at this point of time, it's a create a new section. If I do these things, it goes this way, right? So at this point, it's going to be an empty string. So if it is an empty string, I want it to be a section. What is it again? Section equal to 2. It's a section, not item. That's it. Okay. So if I do this way, it says add item. If I do this way, it says add section. Got it? So that is exactly what I was doing here. Was it any is it clear? So did you understand what exactly I did? Yeah. So basically, I connected this one with the button. If anything other than new section, it is going to be add a new item. Okay. So we can also add this in a clear way, which says add new. It says add new item. If I do this, it says add new section. Keshav, clear? So based on this selection, this button value changes. Okay, starting part of the form. So you have these two things, right? This is new item, new section. And even this one I will try to change. Start of the form. So these two things are the states, state of this component. What is there inside that component? That kind of a thing. Got it? Cool, clear? Okay, super. Right. Now we have got till this. The next thing is I'm not sure what I'm going to do now. It's actually confusing for me as well. How am I going to make all the other things? So far, we have got this. So first thing, we need to enter a section. Adding a section should be easier. So what I'm going to do now is add section name. That's it. That's all we need. Okay. What this need to do is this dot set state. Delete to do. I know add to do itself we did not do, bro. Okay, let's start with add section first. Okay, and then we will finish it off today for this. I'm literally confused at this point. So I need to get the section completely. What we can do is so this way it will remove the thing of things, something. Okay. Literally, I'm getting confused at this point. Sorry about that. Actually, we can make this as to-dos itself. Okay. So what I want to do is to-dos dot push. We need a new section name, right? We already have got the section name and all. Section name, comma, list as nothing. So this is what we wanted to do. I hope this works. I don't know what I have done. I'll explain you, but wait. So we want to add a new section. What is the new section can we add? Just one message from anyone, maybe Ritu, because you are trying to follow this. So I'm just going to ask you, what is the new section you want to create? Okay, it will not work because we have not added this add section thing here. Sorry about that. Okay, so this is the add section thing. So form is here, add section equal to add section. But in the meantime, please tell me what is the new section that I want to add. Just tell a name. Okay, this is the form. This is the add section. DevOps. Okay, that works. So Keshav, you said DevOps. So you're getting some kind of a gift card from me. Unfortunately, Ritu, you missed it. All right, Keshav, message me. I'll give you something cool. Okay, so add section needs to get the thing and then it needs to get disabled. Okay, now on submit, let's have handle submit. Const handle submit equal to event. I don't want this form to refresh the page. Okay, now we have got the item and section. So if the section nothing, which means create a new section. Okay, that is what it says. Now I'm going to do add section and then content as item. Okay, and I need to update both the things. Set item as nothing, set section as nothing as well. This is the reset thing. You were trying to get the old recordings, but which are not available. Divjot just shared a YouTube URL, right? Divjot, can you share once again, please? The old YouTube URL, the previous sessions YouTube URL. Now. Okay, so let's try this. There's only one now. Divjot not in the meta. No, actually the whole thing is combined, I guess. That is what he said. It is completely combined. 3 sessions are in that one thing. That's what he said. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, let's go for this. Now, I don't know if this works. DevOps. Nothing is there, no? Click on create new section and add new section. Boom. DevOps. You have got a new section. Good, right? Okay. Before that, I wanted to also do something really quick. Instead of this empty thing, I want to give it to the previous one as MB. Okay, now let's refresh this page. Oh, that does not work correctly. Any other empty? No, that's perfect. This should work, right? Krishna has shared the link. Please kindly check it out. Okay, for some reason, even this is coming in a wrong way. Oh, I guess it is the section thing. Why do I have this way? The card form to-dos. Does anyone see empty anywhere? List group, MB3. There you done. Okay, so we have got something like this. Section needs to be added on the bottom, so that's how we made it. DevOps. Boom, and DevOps gets added here. Now, if you see this, there is also a new item under DevOps. Let's try using Angular. You get new item under Angular as well coming in. Okay, so to an extent we have got this working. Just only one thing we need to work, that is add to do. That will take a section name and an item. Okay, so the same way we are going to do this one like this. Okay, instead of to-dos.push, what we are going to do is to-dos of section name dot list dot push. We need the item name. Item name, what did we do? Item only. Okay, so we will be putting item and completed as false. Dude, that's it. I guess it worked. Is that all? I mean, like, okay, we are not sure, but let's see. So if I refresh this page, we have backend. We need DevOps. We created a new section. Yes, superb. And we are going to Did it have it? Did we even work? No. Add to do. We need to send this add to do as well. Okay, so basically if we go here, else add to do section comma item. Cool. This should work. Actually, we could have done it in a single one, but it's all right. Since this is going to be a common stuff, I'm going to add this here. Now let's refresh. Okay, basically this is what it is. Under the no items, here's an item. Ocha. It did not work. To-dos dot section name, yeah. That list should be there only now. List is here only. Why was this wrong? To-dos of section name is what? So if I put like new item, boom, gone. Okay. So it definitely adds no items here. Oh, wait. Section name. No, section name should be the section ID. Damn. Understood. So option value is not S. So we'll use SID. Okay, wow. To be here. Right, Ra. That was the message. That was the error which I made. Okay, let's try one last time. Okay, new item. Under no items, please work. There you go. Let's add another one. Another item. So we are able to add the items as no items. Now we can also do changing this, renaming this, etc. So those kind of things can also be done. But yeah, let me see if there is anything else that I can try to do. So here is the complete demo here. Enjoy. Any questions, please feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn and other places. I hope today we understood the basic stuff at least. So I'll do one thing. I'll just allow everyone to talk and start video as well. Like maybe you can, Ritu, you are the first person to ask a lot of good questions. Would you like to switch on your video and say hi to everyone? What did you do, etc. And let's have a quick intro.
Maybe the next time. I'm still in my sleepy phase. I'm so sorry. I was quite concentrated to see how it is working.
But what was your feedback today? How was it?
I am not the right person to give a feedback because somebody who's not attended any of this, I think it is more of a feedback to me rather than, giving it.
All right. So here is everything about me. And let's ask Keshav. Keshav, you tell something because you have been attending, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Tell me, how was it?
Sir, it was a pretty good sessions. Those sessions were pretty good and I was able to understand most of the things. I have to sometimes go back into the videos, recorded sessions to review some stuff, but this was actually beneficial to me.
Definitely, because Divjot gave me only 4 sessions and this is the last one. I just wanted to make sure that everything is crammed inside it. But at the same time, if you can see the old videos as well, which was shared by you again, like, sorry, Krishna, and that would have been like, that has got everything entirely. So you can take it as a reference and then go with this. Oh, even he said the same thing, is it? Okay, let's see. Okay, I'll see what I can do. Or maybe whatever we did today, I'll try to do a completely beginner series on how we achieved this. That might help a lot of people, right? What do you think? Amazing. So thank you so much for everyone for coming here. And also please add me on LinkedIn. And in case if you are looking for any new roles, jobs, want to come to the UK. By the way, with Ritu, where are you right now? And what are you doing? Okay, you are in Delhi and you just woke up just now. I'm in London. I woke up at like 5 a.m. Okay, anyway, nice. So in case if anyone wants to come to the UK, London to work or study, please do reach out to me. That's my LinkedIn and get connected with me and let's do amazing things. Thank you so much. Stay home, stay safe. Your health is more important. And any other questions? Keshav swags will be provided by Divjot. Go and bug him. Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, maybe I can say that the swags for today is, in case if you are interested in these things, definitely we are working in the office, the same thing. So if you are interested, come in, let's attend an interview and get a job. How does that sound? Thank you all. Have a nice Sunday. See you all. Bye.